What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. I hope you're all doing really well. So if you're new around here, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and also turn on your notifications so you never miss a video from 100% NUFC. If you are a Newcastle fan, Leicester fan, any fan around the world, you're welcome on this channel. Now, it's Leicester City versus Newcastle match preview from the Kingpower Stadium this Saturday, and we go there with nothing to lose. We're unbeaten in free at St James's Park. We've picked up 9 points from the likes of Manchester United, Southampton and Huddersfield. And also the last time that we lost away from home was against Liverpool, I believe, at Anfield in early March, late February. It was a good result for Liverpool, obviously, but it wasn't so good for us. But Liverpool had to work for that game. And since the turn of the year, Rafa Benitez has really built a strong foundation at Newcastle from the back. We seem to be a lot more focused on the ball. We seem to pass the ball a lot more. We seem to be a lot more aware of what we're doing. And that's shown in the last 3 home results. We've signed Slimani, Dubravka and Kennedy. I would have said in February that they weren't exactly the players that we wanted. It wasn't exactly the quality, that we wanted to go forward. But you know what? Islam Slimani, okay, he won't be able to play against his former club, but he'll add something different. You've got Kennedy, who's been an absolute revelation since signing from Chelsea. He's really added that power, that trickery, that know-how to get into the box and to make something happen. You've got Dubravka there, the goalkeeper, who he can always talk. He's very good with Lejeune and Lascelles. He's always talking. He's got good distribution as well, which is helping the team, because when we had Carl Darlow and Rob Elliott, no disrespect, but the communication wasn't always there. The distribution of the ball wasn't always good, which made the squad a lot more nervous at the start of the season. So Rafa Benitez, got what he wanted in terms of working from the back, but in terms of going forward, okay, Islam Slimani wasn't the one that he wanted, but he's obviously going to add something different between now and the end of the season. Which he was the difference against Huddersfield last game out. He played for 10-15 minutes. He was that presence in the box. He made something happen. He forced a mistake from the goalkeeper, and he was there for Perez to tap in to make it 1-0 to Newcastle. It's a shame he won't be able to play against Leicester City, but obviously when you're on loan against your former club or your parent club, that can happen. Now, we're playing a Leicester City team who, again, they've got nothing to lose. They're going for the Europa League. They've done well since the turn of the year. The last time that they lost was against Manchester City on the 10th of February, I believe, at the Etihad when they played Man City. Man City are a good team. They've got some good players. They've got a good manager. They've got trickery. They've got skill. They've got everything that you need to be a successful team. For the future. They're going to win the Premier League this season. And Man City, they can score 6s, 7s, 8s past any team on any given day if you're on really poor form. Now, Leicester City, they've got talent. They've got pace going forward. They can score goals. They can punish you just like they did last week against Brighton at 2-0. Brighton were trying to go for the draw, but they were punished by Jamie Vardy. Now, talking to Jamie Vardy, we know what he's about. He can score goals. I think he's got something like 15 goals this season, if not more. He's a very pacey customer. He likes to play off the last man. So Jamal Lascelles and Lejeune have got to speak. They've got to talk to each other. Obviously, Dummett won't get too far forward, so that should help. And then obviously you've got Yedlin, who needs to be on his ball. I don't know what Yedlin actually does, but he needs to stay with his man, because for some reason other players seem to be doing his job for him. Yes, he's got pace, but he needs to be a lot more involved. Now, Jamie Vardy, if you mock Jamie Vardy, if you stop Jamie Vardy and you stop Mahrez, you kind of stop Leicester City, really. Leicester City, with their pace, they can hurt you. And with Mahrez, okay, Spatty's done out, you want that move to Manchester City, but he's really hit form, and if we can stop them into Damari Gray, it's going to be a long old afternoon for Leicester City if we stick to our game plan that we showed against Huddersfield, Southampton, and other games in between. Now, also, they've got a really strong midfield. You look at the back as well. They've got Morgan. They've got ex-Newcastle player Danny Simpson as well. So he know a little bit about us, how we play. They've got Kasper Schmeichel there. He's a fantastic goalkeeper in good form as well. And you got to remember this is a Leicester City team who, okay, they haven't done a great deal the last couple of years, but in 2016 they were Premier League champions with not the best squad in the world, but they had a manager in Claudio Ranieri who believed in them, and they went on to be successful. Now, I expect Newcastle United to mix the team up a little bit. I think he'll start with Dwight Gale, obviously. He'll keep Kennedy. I think Atsu would start in this game. I believe he's got some pace, that we're going to need against Leicester City, because Leicester have got pace, but if we match pace for pace, it could be an interesting game. We've got something to play for. George Shelby's going to be key as well. George Shelby's going to have to be on the ball as much as possible. If you can try to do some of those Hollywood balls into Dwight Gale, that'd be brilliant. I know Dwight Gale isn't exactly the tallest, but you look at Dwight Gale, he's like your Vardy as well. He'll play off the last man. Try and get Richie more involved as well, because Richie's very good on the wing. Richie can also play in the number 10. Try and get Diarmi on the ball as well. It's important that we use our midfield correctly. you know, that we're with the ball, that we use with possession in the right way, because if we don't, Leicester City will punish us with the quality that they've got. And I think, for me, it's a possession game. It's a pace but possession game. It's how we use the possession, how we get forward. You know, we're going to have to keep passing the ball. If we show the same passing ability that we showed against Huddersfield, Southampton, Man United, you know, we can go there and frustrate Leicester and upset them. And it's all about trying to get in front of their centre-backs, try and get behind them, try and do something that's going to be, you know, out of the ordinary. Because Leicester City, you know, will have a game plan as well. They're very good at home. You know, they've got a good vocal support, very colourful support as well when you look at the kick-off as well. So it's going to be interesting. You know, Gale, Shelby, Richie, Jommy, they're all going to be massive as well. And obviously Lascelles, Lejeune, they're going to have to talk as well. And Dubravka's going to be much as important as ever as well. So I think in terms of a scoreline, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. If we stick to the same game plan, like I say, we'll get something. A draw is not the worst result in the world. I'm not deluded to say that we're going to go to Leicester and win, but Leicester are a good team. You know, they've got something to play for, but so have we. And the game against Leicester at St James's, when we had the anniversary, you know, that was a disappointing result because there were individual mistakes, and I think we've learned from that. So if we can go there and get something, it's 36 points. We'll probably only need one more win, couple of wins, maybe a couple of draws, that's it. We've done it. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. What team do you reckon Rafa Benitez will pick on Saturday? Formations? And also leave your score predictions down below in the comments. If you're new around here, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to 100% NUFC. I'll see you back with the review, and I'll catch you all later. Enjoy the game. How are the lads? Peace.